Hello people loving YouTube, Dtpk, welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Whoa. So okay guys, most of you probably already heard of this game before, but for those of you that have not heard of this game before, it's basically a space exploration game where you get to build really wacky and or strange kind of, well, spacecraft, and you get to travel the solar system, right? It sounds simple enough, but in actuality, this game is pretty damn near close to that of the real thing. It's really difficult to learn and or to get good at it, but I've been playing this game straight probably for like the past month or two, and I think I finally learned enough about it now to actually build a spaceship and send it to space, right? You think that's all I'm going to be doing today? Well, hell no, you're wrong, because of it being almost Halloween and everything, I think I got a really cool and special idea for today's episode on this game. I'm thinking I'm going to build a spaceship in the shape of a pumpkin, right? Then we're going to try to launch that into space, which is going to be really difficult. I honestly have no ideas for how to do this, considering I got several mods on for, well, realism. So there's gonna be like wind shear and tons of other like hazards, such as like asteroids coming down maybe. It's just gonna be all around a nightmare, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna do it, guys. We're gonna build ourselves a goddamn space pumpkin with a with some buns too. I don't know why, I kind of want to turn it into a space pumpkin burger. That was hard to say. Try saying that's 10 times fast. Space pumpkin burger, space pumpkin burger. That is damn difficult. But yeah, we're going to do this thing, and we're going to do it good. Hell yeah, I think I finally figured out something, guys. Most people would not be crazy enough to build with hamburger buns, but I think if I use the hamburger bun of justice, I might actually be able to build something that resembles a pumpkin and launch it into space pretty good. And I wouldn't even have to put any Kerman on it, or Kerbals, whatever they're called. I wouldn't have to put any astronauts on at all, even though I got 3. I might put them on anyway. But yeah, with this mod with the hamburgers, I can actually, like, control this thing with the hamburgers. So if one of these hamburgers broke off, I should be able to still get this thing reasonably up into the sky, even if it starts to fail. So yeah, if you want to do this, I suggest getting this mod, or at least using the what are they called, the remote modules, because I think that's going to be the only way we're going to be able to do this thing, guys. But yeah, so far, so good, and I think if I do this right... Yeah, this is a little glitch for those of you that don't know about it. If you actually... Oh crap, can I not use it? Oh no, the hamburger bun, it's unclickable. Fuck, okay, there we go. For those of you that don't know about it, this glitch, like, if you remove an item, then Control Z and bring it back in, the item you removed will stay in midair so that you can place it again, which is really useful, especially when it comes to like speed builds. So if I did this, Control Z, there we go, we got another one. But as you can see, I'm kind of losing my round pumpkin-esque like shape, so I better start getting back on track and start turning this thing into a goddamn pumpkin instead of teaching you all how to play the game. That's not fun. We already probably all know how to play the game already. We want to not know how to play the game. We want to build something that doesn't work. And if I say we in third person context again, I'm gonna slap myself. Well, it might not be a hamburger pumpkin, but it does look like the Assassin's Creed logo. That could be fun. Maybe for another video, I'll build something from another game and launch that into space. That might be fun, but for now, I don't think that will work. What can we do to round this out? Because I honestly have no ideas. Like, I had to pick the hardest goddamn shape to turn into a, what is it, a space hamburger pumpkin. Like, I still have to put a face on this at the end too, which is gonna be difficult. But I think so far just getting the goddamn shape is difficult. I started off good with the buns, but I don't know how to rotate it any more than what I did there. Like, maybe if I did this, then this. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're back on track. I might be able to do this thing, guys. Oh, hell yeah, I think I finally done it, guys. I think I finally got a shape I am happy with. It only took me about 10 minutes, but I think I finally got something resembling a pumpkin, in probably the most complex way imaginable done. Now, the only thing is, I don't know if it's gonna fly or not, and I most certainly don't know how these solar panels are gonna act once they're in the atmosphere, but at least we got the nose cone part of our space shuttle done, so I should probably start adding engines to this. But one more thing before I actually do that, I think I'm gonna add a single light at the top, a single light right here to make it look like there's some green at the top of it, like there's you know, like the leaf part of the pumpkin that's usually at the top, right? Yeah, that seems pretty good. Probably will look terrible once it goes into space, but hell, my space pumpkin's pretty done. I think it's just the only thing left to do now is to just add some solid engine rocket boosters to it and hope to God it don't explode. I don't think the pumpkin was too happy with me doing that, but I finally got some goddamn rocket engines on there. Now, what you gotta do from here is you got to add some decouplers and some, you know, space duct tape to get this thing to stay together and not wobble apart when it gets into space, but I already forgot one crucial step. I forgot the decoupler, so let's get a decoupler and do this thing right. Okay, so I kind of like this decoupler, but at the same time, it kind of ruins the shape I was going for. Whatever, it will work for now. It's fine. All we have to do now is get on our fuel engine tank, which is gonna be this great big orange guy, because we're gonna need some liquid fuel to at least get up there. And you know what I wish I could have done? Oh, I kind of want to scrap all this and make it just nothing but liquid fuel engines, considering they're orange, and if I get them into space I don't really have to care about them. That would look perfect. Oh man, I could do it too. We have a duplicator button which allows us to like duplicate objects around each other. Oh, that would have been so much more easier, but it wouldn't have been as much fun as making burgers into a goddamn pumpkin, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know what, I think I'm gonna just give this one quick little test run. I don't have any decouplers on the middle piece, but it don't matter because I'm hoping to God that this will at least get into the atmosphere, but I don't think it will, so this is just to see if it can even get up there, you know? And I actually forgot one more thing. We need some aeronautics or whatever it's called. We need some goddamn fins on this thing or else it's gonna lose control. So how about we do this and this. I know these are doofy and they probably weigh a ton, but they work. So shut it. Alright, there we go. This should work. I probably got my staging wrong, but we're gonna get this thing into space. I hope. It probably won't get into an orbit because I got no RCS on there to control it in space, but just for a proof of concept, and it will probably extend this series out to a little bit before we get there. And why is... Oh, I didn't put an engine on that. God damn it. Back to the grind. Never mind. We weren't ready. I forgot to put a liquid fuel, what is it called? An engine? So yeah, I gotta find that real fast and we'll try that again. Alright, this sounds like it might work. I'm not too sure. I was actually debating about trying my modded engines, but I think I'm gonna save them for a future episode on this game, because I have some really cool ideas for this whole series, like trying to build the fastest plane alive, and also trying to like not kill everyone. What the fuck happened there? Okay, we got half our pumpkin going into space. That's why you always try out your stuff before you launch it. But yeah, what was I saying? I have a lot of ideas for this series. Like, I put a lot of mods in this. Like, if you couldn't tell, I got the hyper edit mod, which allows you to put your ship into orbit without actually taking it off. I got the armory mod, which allows you to shoot weapons off your in orbit space stations. I got tons of stuff pretty much, and I have a good feeling that I'll be able to extend this series a good 2 or 3 episodes before I get bored of it. But yeah, God, my throat. Sorry if I sound like I'm a scratchy little baby boy. I don't know what's up with my throat right now. There we go. That's a little bit better. So yeah, what exactly happened here? Like, I know you shouldn't fire these things sideways, but it shouldn't have messed me up that bad. Like, seriously, I don't understand what exactly happened there, but I guess maybe we should just add some more space duct tape and hope for the best, maybe? Well, I got no people on this thing, I just realized that, but I think I finally got it all to work, so moment of truth, it better work. So far, so good. That's exactly as I had planned. Good going, Rocket, just keep going, you're gonna get there in no time. That is 100 positively % what I wanted. And what exactly? Oh, I know what's happening. I'm an idiot. I got the decouplers on the same stage as when I released the crap from the stand. I forgot I had decouplers for a little bit. My bad. I bet every seasoned, pro at this game was screaming at me, and I wouldn't blame them. That was a pretty noobish mistake I just did, and hopefully the last mistake I just do. But yeah, at the end of this, guys, I'm gonna show you a shuttle that I actually made so you know that I'm not bullshitting here. I actually do know how to play this game, and I have shot a rocket at the moon. I never landed on the moon yet. I shot it at the moon and killed everyone, but I can get to the moon now. But I know for a fact I can get to orbit, so especially with this shoddy setup, this should be possible. Except for the fact that I fired all my engines now. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but we'll just have to wait and see. Like, hopefully we at least get into the upper atmosphere without this falling apart. We already got some wibble wobble going, which isn't a good sign, by the way. Especially when you see the air going like this. It means you're hitting something bad. But so far, not a whole lot of wibble wobble that would mess us up. We just don't got enough fuel. I got too much weight on this thing. Like, I should down throttle the engine, maybe that would save us some fuel. But it won't matter. I know for a fact we're not going to be able to do this without cheating, so boof, into space, little boy. Little pumpkin boy thing. I don't know, but you know what? Once we get up into this point, right here where my cursor's at, I think I'm going to start extending my solar panels and ditching all the other stuff. So yeah, I think it's about time we kill our engines. That should be enough to propel us into there. And once the fires go out, I'll I'll set the solar panels out. Boof. Alright, that should be good enough. Now we got some power coming back into our lights. And with that said, we got our space pumpkin in space. Well, sorta. What the hell just happened? Like, I don't think I have these two parts fused together, but maybe there's just enough force coming from that decoupler to, like, I don't know, jam it together maybe? Whatever. It's still a pretty sight, even if none of my little pieces stayed together. Like, we got part of the pumpkin into space. Maybe in the next episode I'll try again, even if it's a little bit after Halloween by the time I come back to this. But yeah, you gotta admit though, like, this game is gorgeous, especially when you mod it. Like, there were no clouds in the game originally, I think. I put clouds in, I put textures in. I even changed the Kerbals into humans, which is pretty cool. But yeah, guys, with that said, I'm gonna go back to the vehicle assembler, and I'm gonna load up a shuttle that I pre-made before, which actually works. It don't got a pumpkin on it, but at least you'll know that I do know how to make stuff in this game. And here it is. This is a thing I actually made, although this is the older one that I made. This ain't the refined one, so I might do 1 or 2 changes here before I actually put this thing into space, because I need to redo this shielding. The shielding's just a little too thick. I mean, it works, but it's gonna like wobble wobble the hell out of everything, and I think that should be fine. I don't think I gotta change the staging, but yeah, this is a shuttle I spent like 2 days working on. It was probably the first thing I sent into orbit, just barely. It's really, really hard to send stuff into orbit in this game, for all of you that don't know. And with that said, this shuttle actually has people on it. Maybe the next Pumpkin 2.0 shuttle I'll make will have people on it, and maybe I'll make it look more like a pumpkin next time. Maybe I'll do the liquid fuel tank thing like I thought before. I don't really know, but let's give our shuttle a good old one to look over. And oh yeah, I also put cities in the game too, which is pretty cool. I don't have the 3D city mod, I just have the 2D like texture replacer, but still, that looks really cool, don't it? Like, especially when it's night and those things light up, it looks so realistic. But yeah, guys, you know what? I'm pretty sure we're gonna get there into orbit with plenty of fuel to spare. But I'm pretty sure I'm done doing this game for today. Maybe next time I'll do a little bit more. I'll pre-build a rocket before I load the game up. That way we won't have to completely build something from scratch. But yeah, for now, little Lizzie, Profiti Kerman, and Mosaic Kerman. God, I gotta rename you motherfuckers so bad. Maybe in the next video, I'll bring you 3 back, and we'll put you in a pumpkin into space, and then eventually you'll just have to eat your own goddamn spaceship to live. I mean, I'm not gonna give you food or nothing. Yeah, you're dead. Don't give me that dead-eyed look. You know you deserve this. But yeah, guys, seriously, all jokes aside, I'm gonna leave today's video off here. Let's just decouple this and fly this thing as fast as we diddly can and speed it up a little bit more. It's gonna wobble a lot soon. It ain't my fault, it's the game. When you start throttling or speeding the game up while you're firing engines, like, the game tends to forget that you're going in one set direction, so it'll kind of like fire and spin you out of control. But yeah, like, there we are. We're in space. We're in a really crappy orbit. We're probably gonna break out of orbit if I kept firing upward. By the way, we're not actually in orbit. This is our path. We're gonna go crash right into the planet again, which would be cool. I'll do that maybe the next episode. I'll leave this guy into space right now, and we'll check up on him in the next episode. But for now, guys, I'm gonna leave this off here, and I'm hoping by the time I launch the pumpkin into space again, we won't hit one of my many other space shuttles in orbit. But yeah, guys, like I said, I'm gonna leave this video off here. Dtpk signing off. Peace. Oh no, this is Dead Man's Land. Are you kidding me? How am I supposed to make that? Yeah, with that said, I have upgraded my battery, and I've since then also got a new inverter. Actually,